This is Darren from Open Road Toyota Richmond, and what I have here is the 2020 Camry XSE. So in this video, I'll be going over the functions and features and what to expect when you pick up your brand new Camry. I'll also be linking timestamps in the comments to save you some time, so feel free to skip ahead and just grab the information you want. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is the remote start. So right here is the key. Now, to remote start this car, all you have to do is press the lock button once, twice, and the third time you hold it. Once you hold it, you'll see those lights flash, and then shortly, your vehicle will start. Alright, so there is a safety feature where you touch the handle and it will turn off. That is the safety feature, so pretty much anybody inside can't just drive off with it. Also, to turn it off, all you have to do, so let me start it again, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Any faster, any slower, and it won't work. You have to do it within that time. So right here, it's on. The best way to start it is actually to see the lights blinking when you're doing it. So for now, this is how to turn it off. Press and hold, lock, and it turns off just like that. So what you want to do is, 1, you see it blink once, 2, and then the second one hold down. So pretty much you see 3 blinks, and then hold it down, and then you'll see 3 more blinks. So that's how you turn on the remote start. So as we approach the rear of the vehicle, as you can see, it's a very beautiful car. Black spoiler, XSE. It also comes equipped with keyless entry. So I'll be linking the keyless entry video just right at the top and also down in the description. So for now, let me just brush over it. So you have the key right here. Yes, you can open the back with pressing this, but there is a button right over here. So just right beside the Y, see if you can see it right there. Press it. As long as you have the key, it opens up. So at the back, you will find cloth mats that you can put into your vehicle. And underneath this is spare tire. So right under this is the jack and the tools. And then right under this styrofoam, you get the spare tire. If you want to see how big the trunk space is, it's actually pretty huge. These over here to fold down the seats. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just pull this for now, show you how it is to fold down the seats. So you get this handle right over here to pull it down, just slam it, and there you go. Now I'm going to talk about the rear passenger side. As for the passenger side, when you open the door, what you have here is beautiful red leather. That's where the cup holder is. So it can actually be put back just like this. You have vents over there for the climate control, automatic windows, and child locks. So in the previous section of the video, I did pull on those clips at the back just so I can show you folding down the seats. So I actually pulled down the center as well, but it wasn't in the video, and this one as well. So as you can see, it just folds down just like that, so you can load more things in this vehicle. As you can see over here, the red leather is just beautiful. You also get LED white lights, so at nighttime this would look even better. Alright, that's it for the passenger side. Now I'm going to talk about the driver's side button. So this car does come equipped with keyless entry. Like I said before, if you want more information on like pretty much everything and how to change the battery and all that, feel free to just look at the description. But pressing this over here locks the door. And all you have to do, if you have the key with you, back of the handle right here, opens up just like that. So, as you see over here, this nice ambient lighting here. You got all these buttons over here. Nice chrome accent right there as well. So you got automatic windows for all the doors. When you press this down, it locks all the windows, so only the driver gets to control the windows, but everyone else can't. You got your unlock and lock button over here. These are for the mirrors. Left, control your left mirrors, just like a joystick. Right, same thing. You have these buttons right over here as well. Automatic high beams. So if you have that on and this out, you'll engage automatic high beams. This has to be either set to auto or full lights. So let's leave it on auto for now. But if this is on, pretty much what happens on the highway, if there's anybody too close to you, it'll switch to low beam automatically. Once you're the only one on the highway, it will switch back to high beams. So that's what this is for. Other than that, traction control over here. Every car comes with its own version of traction control. This over here is just to turn it off. So what traction control is when one tire spins faster than the other, the brakes will engage and pulse the brakes and slow down the wheel so you get even traction on the road. This is to turn it off in case you are very stuck in either snow or sand and you can just rock your car back and forth. So this is to prevent it from confusing itself. Back hold, you press this, opens the back. This over here, press and hold, opens the gas cap. You also have this right here, opens the hood. And as you can see down here, nice blue ambient lighting as well. Extra storage right here, in case you want to store anything like your keys, if you don't like keychains, right over there as well. One more thing, you got electric seats right here. Now this over here, forward and back, pretty simple, forward, back. Just the front part right over here, just moves the front. And then this part back here moves the entire seat. As you can see, lift it up, just like that. This over here is for the backrest. Forward, backwards. This is to push in the lumbar support, and this to push it out. Alright, so it feels like a little cushion when you press this. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's going to start bulging out just slightly. Push it back in, and that's pretty much it for that. You also have steering wheel adjustment right here. So down, then you can move up, down, really up to you what you want to do. So I'm going to go inside the vehicle now and talk about the rest. So now that we're inside the vehicle, I'm going to turn the car on accessory mode. So there is a push button to start. So as most people know, you press on the brakes, press that button over there, and then the car will start. But if you press it once, it'll go into half accessory mode, just like this. Then what you can do is actually use the radio, and that's pretty much it. You press it one more time, that's when it goes to accessory mode, and then that's where you can actually charge your devices, use the climate control, and all that stuff. And as you can see over here, right now, it's not started yet. So just because of that, right now I'm in this room, doesn't have ventilation, so I don't want to poison anybody. So I'm just going to do it in accessory mode. So as for the steering wheel controls, some things that are sort of hidden underneath here, you see that trip odometer. That's so if you want to set your trip. So I press it once, trip A, press again, trip B, press again, odometer. So if you want to reset it, just press and hold, goes back to 0. This over here is to dim the lights if it's a bit too bright for you. All right, you can actually dim it quite a bit, and then it'll dim all these lights as well. So what I'm going to actually do, nice and far away, turn the lights back on. Well, back on maximum. There it is. All right. So other than that, as you notice here, there are paddle shifters in here because this is the high sports trim. All right, you got cruise control right over here. Set and resume are the same for most cruise control, but since this car isn't fully on, I can't show you the full features of it. But you press this, cruise control is on, just like that. All right, set and resume, setting the speed that you want it to be at, so you don't have to press on the gas. So for example, you're going 80, you press set, and you can just let go of the gas, and then it will just go 80. Resume is to increase the speed, cancel is to cancel the setting. Now, these two over here, a lot of customers ask what these are. So right now, I can't show you right now, but this over here is for the radar cruise control. When you press it once, it'll have 1 bar, you press it again, 2 bars, press it again, 3 bars, press it again, 1 bar, and it cycles between 3. This represents how far you want to keep the distance between the car in front of you and you yourself. So pretty much 1 bar is closest distance, 3 bars, furthest distance. So if they slow down, you automatically slow down as well. You got this button right over here, lane tracing assist. So in this case, this would be lane departure alert. All right, and what that is that when you're driving on the road, you'll see that button right there. You'll see that on. You can turn it off just by pressing it again. And that's usually used for cruise control as well. But what that actually does is that if you are driving and you step on the yellow or white line without signaling, it will actually stop you from turning and actually nudge you just slightly back. But it will not turn the steering wheel all the way for you. Another thing is that this over here, mode, change between AM, FM radio, or Bluetooth. And this is to switch radio station or skip tracks if you're connected to Bluetooth. You got this side over here. So this is the back one. As you can see, there was something that popped up saying like, oh, your car's not on yet. Well, if anything pops up, you just press this back button over here and it goes back. So let me quickly explain these ones to you and then I'll show you what this does. All right, voice command over here, like Siri or Google Assistants, you press this, you can say call so-and-so, and you can actually call someone instead of having to deal with that screen over there. This over here, when someone calls you, press it to pick up the call, press it to hang up. And this over here is the volume button. Yes, you get a volume button right here as well. But these buttons are for more eyes on the road. You can still do your thing while, you don't have to actually like look at this. So this over here is, you can say it's like a remote control for this car, this part right here. So let me just show you. So up, down, left, right. In this case, you can cycle between many different modes over here. All right, so this over here, the first one is the economy tab. A lot of people like distance to empty. All right, that's just pretty much just tells you, your fuel efficiency and how you're driving. Well, this one over here, lane tracing assist or lane departure alert. Press this over here, you can actually see it a lot easier. So once you're stepping on the lines without signaling, this will actually flash. One of the lines will flash and prevent you from turning. You got this over here, what's playing on the radio. This over here is the pre-collision system, so that's already activated. That's the automatic brake system. You also get the blind spot monitor. So these things right over here. Let me just see if I can get it. It's a bit too bright out there. And then we get it on something darker. It's kind of great. And you know what? I'm just going to turn it off and show you blind spot monitor right here, on, off. There it is. There it is. Oh, man. Ah, there it is. Okay, on, off. You can see it right over here. All right, so anybody in your blind spot, you can actually see that. And you saw rear cross traffic alert. That's what RCTA is. It's a bit too bright to actually see, but there you go. Rear cross traffic alert, RCTA. That's pretty much blind spot monitor, but you are going in reverse. So if you pull in and you're trying to back up, if say this one's on, that means someone's coming from the left side, so just be careful. One other thing is that you can just adjust the settings. This is the settings tab. The previous one was actually here, but then what I did was go to the settings just to turn off the blind spot monitor. All right, so this is pretty much how you control the multi-information display right over here. Let me just set it back to this. So that's pretty much it for the steering wheel controls. Now I'll move on to this and that. And then also all these buttons over here. And also you get this nice panoramic sunroof, which I'll show you in a bit. All right, so let's move on. All right, so I did start the vehicle and we are parked in a more ventilated area. So I can show you all this cool stuff right here. See, ambient lighting, all that stuff. So I can show you at what it'd be like at nighttime. As you can see, it's easier to see all these buttons over here. So what I'm going to do is talk about first the buttons over here. So you do get heated seats, 3 different modes: high, medium, low. All right, this one's for the driver's side, passenger side right over there. Parking brake, automatic. So as soon as you put it in drive, turns off, back on, turns back on. You got brake hold over here. This holds the brakes for you. When you press on the gas, it does release it, and then next complete stop, it will stop the vehicle for you. So you can pretty much use this at borders or drive-thrus. I did make a separate video, so you can find that right over there or down in the description. Eco mode, sport mode. A lot of people are already used to this over here. So you press eco, turns green, saves you more gas, but it does reduce your throttle. Sport mode turns it red, but everything else in this car is pretty much red. But it's like the opposite: more speed, less on the gas. Usually people just drive it on normal, so I'll leave it on normal. Other than that, you got a wireless charger right over here. So your phone has to support wireless charging for this to work. That means it's on. And if you want to put anything like change here, your keys here, make sure to turn that off because it will heat up. Other than that, you have this over here, 12-volt socket. If you want to put a dash cam, you can. This over here is to charge your phone or for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So this over here is the climate control. All right, this is how you control the fan settings right here. This is to direct the fan. This over here, air conditioning. This over here, air recirculation. And just gonna turn it off just like that. All right, you do get dual climate control, so you can have it cold here, hot right here. But if you press sync for the driver's side, you can control them both. You get the back defogger plus the mirrors as well. This is for the front. All right, so as for this over here, let me just turn that off so you don't get the sound from the fan. So this is the infotainment system. Right now, that's your home screen. So if your phone is connected on Bluetooth, this would actually be where the speed dial would be. This over here is whatever's playing on the radio, and you got your range right over here. So that is the home button. You also get a CD player. So for those people who want CD players in the car, Camry is the way to go because a lot of new cars now, they don't actually have that. So another thing is that you have all these buttons on the side, but when you press on menu, it's pretty much the same thing. You got audio, there is no navigation in here. This is for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So for example, if you press this right here, as you can see, projection settings. So if you have Android Auto, just download Android Auto app on your phone if you have an Android. And if you have Apple CarPlay, make sure Siri is enabled. And then what will happen is that as soon as Siri is enabled, you plug your phone right in here. So USB here, straight to your phone. What will happen is actually enable Apple CarPlay and you can use Google Maps on the screen. For Android Auto, you have to download the Android Auto app, same thing, plug it in there, and then pretty much just plug in your phone, enable it. Through this, projection will turn into Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, depending on what device you plug in. Apps over here, you don't have to worry about, just if you have an iPhone or an Android, but these are for people that don't have that system. This is another way to connect your phone. But a lot of people just have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Another thing is that you have phone over there. All right, phone is to pretty much when you're connected on Bluetooth, you press on that. What will happen is that it'll show all your contacts. You can dial if you wanted to as well, but that's over there right now. It's not going to show anything because no phone is connected. Audio over here is how you set your radio station. You can press this as well. AM radio just right over here. Now if you want to switch it to FM, press audio. That's the same as pressing source, FM or Bluetooth. And then say you want 94.5, you can actually press and hold just like this. You can save up to 36 different ones. Like, that is more than enough, but it's great to have options. So when you want to change your radio station, you can press this over here, or you can just press on the screen. Really up to you. So one last thing, info over here. Actually, two last things. Info is just how you're driving, economy-wise, and all that stuff. But setup is the most important part. You can check your projection settings. If you say you don't have Apple CarPlay and you got a new Samsung, what you can do is turn this off, turn this on, and then projection will be Apple CarPlay, Android Auto instead of Apple CarPlay. So beeps over here, you can actually turn off the beep. Also in the general setting, Bluetooth right here, you press Bluetooth, and then it'll find your device for you. So other than that, you got the customized home screen. So right now you saw 3. What you can actually have is 2 or 4, really up to you what you want, and then put whatever you want in there. All right, you also got a tuning knob right here, which is really neat. Also, one other thing is that when you are, say right here, and you can hear you can have the volume right here. You press on the volume button, it'll actually temporarily mute it. So press it again, it'll turn it back on. All right, so other than that, that's pretty much it for the infotainment system. As you can see here, it's just, this car is just really nice in general. So another thing is I want to talk about is this over here. So automatic dimming. So this over here means it's on automatic. So that means if someone's high beaming you or the car is just really high up, what will happen is that this will automatically dim. When you press this button over here, it will turn it off. That means it won't dim for you anymore. So I'm going to leave that on. Also, you have 1, 2, and 3. These are for garage remotes. Right now, it's blinking orange. So when you press on the open garage door button, this will flash green. That means it's captured the signal. But if it doesn't, that means it's not working. That means you might have to go to the belt and actually do that manually there. So you got 1, 2, and 3 options right over here. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the controls up here. So as the controls up here, as you can see, so first let me talk about the simple stuff. Lights, left light, right light, both lights. Door over here means if you open the door, lights will turn on. All right. So as you can see, most people have that option on, but it's really nice to see it's nice and white, which is really cool because it just brings out the white, the red leather even more. So just gonna turn this off. One other thing is that this opens this right here for the sunroof. You do get a panoramic sunroof, so you get like 2, which is really nice. On this side over here, opens the top just like this, and it goes up just like that. All right, and that's it. So you want to close it back like this, close it, and then we'll close that as well. And then this over here is to close this part right here. So the last thing is this SOS button. Okay, so this over here I did mention in another video already. That's not a button, by the way. That's just ambient lighting. So at nighttime you'll see a nice blue light just right here. Okay, so as you can see, SOS button, I will put that in the description. So I'll put that right at the bottom and the top right corner. So this over here, SOS button, 3 things. When you press it, you will be connected to the 24-hour call center from Toyota Canada, and then you can actually set up an account. So unfortunately, you know, as Open Road Toyota, we can't do that for you. You're gonna have to do that yourself. So it'll ask for you for your personal information and pretty much your emergency contacts, and just get your profile. So what happens is that it's free for the first 3 years. What you get is emergency roadside assistance, so you can get sent directly to your location, help you fix a car, you know, fix your tire, to fuel delivery and all that stuff. One other thing is that stolen vehicle locator, if your vehicle is stolen, they can actually give the claim number to Toyota, and they can actually track your car down a lot faster. One other thing is that it has impact sensors all over the car, so airbag there, airbag here. As soon as one of these are deployed, automatically someone will call you to make sure you're okay and send help if needed. So that's pretty much it for this vehicle over here. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You do get the instruction manual down here as well, as you can see. But hopefully I save you some time. Usually you'll find your wheel lock key right over there as well. All right. So this has been Darren from Open Road Toyota Richmond. Hope this video helped you out, and you have a great day.